it's Meredith from Kitchen to Table, and today I wanted to share with you a fabulous chicken and fennel recipe. We stocked this book by Letitia Clark. It's called Bitter Honey. It's her recipes from Sardinia, and I've been following her on Instagram and also checking out her blog, and I found this fantastic easy recipe for chicken and fennel. So I wanted to share that with you today. I've got some chicken thigh fillets in here. If you can get it with the bone and the bone in and the skin on, even better. But today I've just got chicken thigh fillets, so just use what you can get. We've got a whole fennel, which I'm going to cut into wedges, so I'll do that now. You can save all these lovely little fronds for garnish later on, so just put those to the side and just use the hard bold part. Leave the core in, and we're just going to cut these into wedges. And probably discard this tough upper stem here. You can use that in stocks or chop those off. And the beauty with this, we're just going to marinate it all for at least a few hours, or overnight is even better. And I'm just popping it all back into the bag that the chicken came into, but a Ziploc bag or just a container with a lid will be absolutely fine as well. So just throw everything into the bag, and we're going to give everything a really nice marinade. Okay, I've also got some radicchio here, which I thought would be lovely as well. I'm just going to cut that into some wedges as well. I'm probably going to leave that reasonably large like that. And just don't take too much of the stem off so that it all holds together. But your radicchio is also lovely, just shredded up in a salad, gives you a nice bitter flavour, which is great for your digestion as well. Okay, we're also going to go in with a little bit of lemon zest and orange zest if you've got it, and then we're going to also add the juice of each of those fruits as well. So in with that. Just cut those fruits in half, and we'll just take some juice of each. So they go into the marinade as well. And then we're going to add in some lovely green olives. I've thrown in a couple of little black ones there as well, but just what you have on hand, throw those in. We've got some fennel seeds, just leave them whole. We're going to season that with some salt and pepper. I'm going to pop a little bit of mustard in as well, which will just give everything a nice flavour, help the marinade become a little creamy. And the chicken goes back in. And then we're going to go in with some white wine or verjuice. I just had some verjuice in the fridge, which is basically the first press of some green unripe grapes. So that goes in, and it just gives a nice tart flavour to cooking. So if you don't have wine on hand, you can always throw a little verjuice in a pan to deglaze it. I use this to roast chicken. It goes really beautifully with chicken, so quite a versatile ingredient. Now everything's just in that bag. I'm going to give it all a squish around, and then we'll just pop it back in the fridge to marinate for a couple of hours, if not overnight, if you can. And that is going to be really lovely. We're going to pop that then into a roasting tray and roast it as a tray bake, so nice and easy. Alright, so we'll come back after this has been marinating, and we'll move on with the next step. We'll see you soon. Okay, the chicken has had, I've left the chicken in the fridge overnight, so it's had a really nice marinade. So now simply all we have to do is roast it in the oven. So just have a nice wide oven tray handy. I like to line mine with a bit of baking paper. I just find it makes the cleaning up nice and easy. So just open the bag up, and we're just going to transfer all the contents of the bag into the roasting pan. And I've got the oven preheated to quite hot, 190 Celsius or 190, 200, depending on your oven. You want everything to get lovely and roasted. If your oven's hot, obviously drop the temperature down a little bit. You all know your oven, so just adjust accordingly. So we're just going to spread everything out so that everything gets a nice little bit of colour. And we'll just finish off with a little sprinkle of sea salt flakes. We want a little bit of that radicchio to sort of sit on top as well, so it gets nicely roasted and charred. There must be another little wedge just down here, so we'll bring him to the top. Okay, a little sprinkle of sea salt flakes. And then that's into the oven, 190 for about 45 minutes. We'll have a look after that and see how everything's going. We can always give it a little bit of extra time if it needs it. Okay, we'll see you when it's out of the oven. Thanks so much. Okay, so the chicken has had about 45 minutes in the oven. It's getting beautifully golden, and what I want to do now is just remove the chicken from the pan. I'm going to put the juices into this little saucepan and reduce those a little bit on the stove. And I'm just going to pop the fennel and radicchio back in the oven just to give it a little, so it can caramelize just that little bit more. So I'll just pop that chicken on a plate, and it can sit aside and stay warm and rest while we just reduce the sauce and cook that fennel a little bit longer. You just don't want to overcook the meat, so take that out. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Just put that to the side. And I'm just going to pour the juices off into my little pot. Okay, and the radicchio is looking pretty good, but I just want that fennel to brown up a little bit more. So I'm just going to pop that back in the oven, maybe another 10 minutes. We'll reduce that little gravy down and be ready to serve. Okay. Okay, so the fennel and radicchio has had a little bit more time in the oven, and our sauce has been reducing away here on the stove. So I'm just going to switch that off now. And just time to plate up. So I think just pop everything on a lovely platter to share in the middle of the table. So this is our gorgeous fennel, which has become lovely and soft and soaked up all those wonderful juices from the citrus, the verjuice, the chicken. That's a little bit of the radicchio. Okay, we'll pop that on, then we'll place our chicken pieces on top of that. And obviously our beautiful olives are sitting in the roasting pan here as well. So just pop those on. And you could just serve this simply with a green salad, would be really yummy. Or just as it is, there's plenty of beautiful veggies and things in the tray anyway. And that's the beauty of a tray bake, you just have the one pot dish. Okay, just arrange your chicken pieces over the platter. Like that, and then you can just perhaps serve the juice on the side or pour a little over at the table. Okay, and that is our delicious chicken, fennel and olive bake. Recipe is inspired by Letitia Clark. I'll pop the link to the recipe along with the video, and we hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye.